Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Farming Simulator 25, the first episode of the Homestead, where we're starting small, dreaming big. So, let's first start off by talking about what we do have. And what we do have is this international truck. That's how we're going to get started with hauling wood. We have this chainsaw, and we have a plot of land. Also, if you notice, we only have $100 to our name. We have no loan, and let's talk about some of the rules that I've set for myself in this playthrough. One, we can't take any loans. Two, the only contracts that we can do are ones that we have equipment for. And three, I will be doing no leases in this playthrough. So that being said, let's take the truck and head on over to our piece of property and check it out. So plot 43 is going to be a little bit of a journey through the forest. See how many trees I can hit on the way. Take a look at the nice map. And I think we are pretty much here. Yep. So to be able to sell the wood we cut, we're going to have to come all the way up to the sawmill, which is going to be a little bit of a journey. We got quite a bit of terrain and trees in between us and it. But I think our first goal, let's talk about the goals of this playthrough. It's going to be, like I said, starting small, dreaming big. So we're going to work through some of the production lines and try to build up into an enterprise. And the very first thing I believe I'd like to try to get is going to be this New Holland agriculture skid steer, which has a pretty hefty price tag of 35,000. And if we look at the combinations that go along with it, this brush and log fork paladin, I'd like to purchase these. I believe that they will both help make loading the truck a lot easier. But with that being said, let's get into cutting a few of our first trees. And with this, you're going to get to take a look at the process of making our money. To be able to expand into bigger, better things in the future. Alright, so slog. Let me actually untag this place. Slog's 1.8 tons. We kind of just split it in half. And since my lift limit is only 200 kilograms, Need to get these down small enough to where they're all under. $210. Perfect. 200. Nice. Very nice. 219. Make it a little bit smaller. A little bit lighter. And of course, as you get closer to the base of the tree, the log gets bigger and heavier. So the pieces need to be cut a little bit smaller. All right, let's start getting the truck loaded. If I can. All right, that piece is going to be standing. Try to knock it over. Kind of. There we go. Let's pull the truck a little bit closer. Or quite a bit closer. There should be one last piece over here. Okay. Strap that down. Let's fix that. That's going to be a fun drive. Alright. So let's get this load strapped down. Put a waypoint to the sawmill. Now let's take a look at what this journey is going to be like. I don't think I'm going to. So let's back up. Head on back to the clearing and make our way around to the sawmill. The property we have is definitely not the closest to the sawmill, so we're gonna spread our grind out quite a bit, drive up the fuel costs. But it's gonna be worth it. So, a little more on what my plans are for this series. I want to grind through a few of the productions. I want to get a few the animals going. Much like any other homestead, we'll start out small with chickens, maybe expand into sheep, get into cows, and eventually, right in the field, eventually get into doing some farming. And we'll work through things on a smaller scale until later on we'll start our entrepreneurship. And here we are at the sawmill. So our first load of wood, $1,772. And this is going to be the grind that is in front of us. Bargain a little bit. So I am going to head back over to our property, and it's going to be a lot of trees cutting, a lot of trips, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. So we cut down quite a few trees, so now it's time to start limbing all these trees out, getting them chopped up into smaller pieces so we can get them hauled over to the sawmill. And let's go back to work. everything out. We got it all chopped up really nice. We got it all stacked up, ready to be loaded on the truck, taken over to the sawmill. Got all of our Scotch pine stacked up here, all of our lodgepole stacked up here. This is, well, these have to be 200 for me to be able to move them right now, so I might have overcut a few of the pieces, so got a little pile. All right, I think I'm going to take all the lodge poles in first, see what kind of profit might be able to get out of these. If I can load up semi-decent. Let's see just how many trips this is going to take. I'm going to be able to get a decent amount loaded and taken in each trip. Alright, let's start getting these Scotch pines loaded up. We'll get these over to the mill as well. See what kind of profits these bring for us. See if I can knock this log down. There we go. These are a little bit shorter. They're a little bit heavier logs. I think we're going to call this a load. The first load of Scotch pine, 3,211. Load 2 loaded up. Got a little bit left. Let's head on back and see what we get for the second one. Load 2 of the Scotch pine, 2,940. And this is the last of the Scotch pine, other than our little cut up pieces. I think I'm gonna go ahead and load up the aspen. take it with us as well. Not that much. Still have a little bit of room on the truck. Might as well take it. Alright, let's get this load back to the sawmill. The last of the Scotch pine and all of the aspen. 2,117. Hey, we're at 21,413. About 14,000 more, 13,500 more, and we'll be able to purchase the skid steer. Minus the loader bucket. Alright, I think it's time to get this maturing red pine loaded. Most of it anyways. I may still cut up big log in these wafers, but we'll see. We'll see what this fetches us at the mill as far as profits. See if it's worth cutting up just yet. I thought that was a Scotch pine for a second. This is going to be one hilarious trip. I still don't know why I couldn't limb this tree out all the way. Even in first person, I really can't see where I'm going. Gonna be a fun drive. See you there. Oh, yep. Didn't see that tree. Well, only hit one tree on the way over here. So let's see what this hilarious load of redwood brings us. 2,891. Not the best profit. I think the lodge poles was most certainly our best profit. Let's head on back. Get all our little drop pieces loaded up. Oh, looks like I missed one aspen. Go ahead and get it loaded. Pull on up. Let's get all of these drop pieces loaded. And I'll probably take our little, what is this called? Downy serviceberry bushes. We'll go ahead and take it over as well. The last load of our first round, and I'm hung up on the stumps again. Let's get this over to the mill and see just what if I can drive in a straight line. We'll get this over to the mill and see what our total profits are from our first round of logging. I do believe it's hailing on us. Oh, well. Drove through the crops. Would appear crop destruction is not on for crops you don't own. That's nice to know. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. You can see the hail bouncing across the ground. That's kind of hurt a little bit, bouncing on the head. Alright, for our last load from our first round, we get $1,468. For grand total, $25,773. And one step closer to our skid steer. Total 35,000, so a little over 9,000, 11,000 total, and we should have our setup. Looking forward to it. So I think that's all the time I got for today. If you enjoyed the content, consider clicking the like button, subscribing. Also, down in the description, I'm going to have a link to my Discord server. So in the next episode, we'll be getting the skid steer plus the loader. Be able to haul a few larger logs over to the mill and work towards a couple more goals. Maybe look into our first production. We'll see. Hey, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.